Live from the Golden Rule in Georgetown, Texas, this is the Eagle Nation Coaches Show with head coach Chuck Griffin. The Golden Rule, the official sponsor of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, is located at 606 South Church Street in Georgetown, Texas. Each drinks unmatched atmosphere. Above all else, goodwill, friendship, and kind regard. And now, here's your host, the voice of your Georgetown Eagles, Wally Harmon.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Georgetown Eagle Nation Coaches Show live here from Georgetown High School. Another night on the field here on the campus. Thursday night game tomorrow night at Glenn High School. We make it all work because the JV is playing here and behind us right now. This JV team taking on Buda Johnson in the battle back and forth, trying to make a goal line stand here. Now 3rd and goal. Nice play there on 2nd down by the defense, keeping the runner out of the end zone. But fun to be out here, and what a beautiful night. Feels good, Kelly, but it's all topped off in a great week after a defeat by these Georgetown Eagles over the number 3, number 4 team in the state in College Station. A handy win that the Eagles put together on Friday night.
Yeah, it was a beautiful win over a really, really good College Station football team. And we were talking to Coach just a couple of minutes ago about our excitement in the booth. It was pretty cool that you didn't have to mute me that night because I was pretty fired up, man.
And I think, the Eagles started off, and we've talked to Coach Griffin about this multiple times. We talk about, what is your strategy in the coin flip, man? If we win it, I want the ball, I want to set the tone. And, boy, did the Eagles ever. A 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Andrew Petter got a lot of return action on the game. They kicked away from Drayden Dickman. But one thing that Andrew Petter did was set us up middle of the field, and Noah Boris went to town. An 81-yard touchdown pass to Drayden Dickman, wide open, and we saw it developing while we were up there in the box, and it was just beautiful. And Drayden, in full stride, catches it, takes it to the house. And it set that tone really quick against College Station. You saw a change on that sideline immediately when they went, that wasn't supposed to happen. And so for a 1-for-1 for 81 yards and a touchdown for Noah Boris, 1 reception, 81 yards, a touchdown for Drayden Dickman. And it just went from there. A first half maybe of what do you call it, of Eagle proportion.
Yeah.
They had maybe the best half of football I've ever seen calling a game for Georgetown, and they just controlled every aspect of that half.
Well, and it was one of the things I was talking to one of the dads about just a little while ago. I think people underestimate the speed of this team. I think they underestimate Drayden's speed. I think they fully underestimate Andrew's speed and his power.
And then flip that. They totally underestimate the speed of this defense.
Yes.
You've got guys coming off the end of Brandon Stovall and in Tyler Duncan. You've got 2 hole cloggers there in the middle with Jug and Michael Valenta. And then you have 4 linebackers, throw in Seth Warren, that have a lot of speed and like to fly to the ball and make plays behind this defensive line. And look at that, the beautiful stand on 4th and goal. The Eagles hold and get the ball back. What a play. They're down 27-20 here in the 3rd quarter, Kelly, but this is a fun thing about being out here. What a great play. It was 1st and goal for Buda Johnson. The first down, they thought it went in the end zone. They called it and said, no, he's down at the 1. And a 4-down stand at the 1-yard line for this Eagle defense. What a job here live tonight from Georgetown High School. The Golden Rule will be back next week before the last home game in Cedar Park. And so we will be back there with the folks at the Golden Rule, 606 South Church Street. Still the sponsors of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, even live here in remote. But the speed of that defense complements the speed of that offense.
Right.
And it's like the defense and offense seem to feed off each other. The defense gets the ball back for this offense, and Noah Boris has stepped in and done a great job of getting that ball and spreading it out, but yet Andrew Petter controlling the ground game. And, man, the weapons behind him, Colby Holubek comes in. He is slashy, fast runner. But then this Weston Bruce had a couple touchdowns the other night against College Station. And so different weapons being utilized by this offense, but a lot of speed. And it's so fun to watch on both sides of the ball.
You talked about the kick return and the kick return in that game the other day, talking about Andrew or the team's kicking away from Drayden. But when you've got Andrew Petter back there with him, you're talking about you want to get run over by a truck or a car because you got to pick. And you're going to get run over, so which one do you want? And, a lot of teams are picking Andrew. Okay, kick it to him.
Go for it.
Kick it to him.
So we'll take a quick time out before you have to get out of here. We'll get Coach Griffin in here and have a conversation with the head coach, Chuck Griffin, in just one moment. You listen to Eagle Nation Coaches Show live on SHN.
The Golden Rule, the official sponsor of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, is located at 606 South Church Street in Georgetown, Texas. Eats, drinks, unmatched atmosphere. Above all else, goodwill, friendship, and kind regard.
And we're back here live at the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, live from Georgetown High School. And now a little Houdini act. Kelly's gone. Coach Griffin is here. Kelly's headed out. I hate to say it. T is locked out of the house and doesn't have keys to her car. So Kelly's in trouble. And so Kelly is headed out for tonight, but he'll be back live with us tomorrow night from Bible Stadium. But, Coach, man, what a week. To turn this tide of excitement and enthusiasm after a big win like that and now refocus on a Glen Grizzly team.
Yeah.
But I think credit has to be given to these boys. What a performance on Friday night against College Station.
Yeah, they did a tremendous job, man. I'm really, really proud of them and their effort, the way they played. Proud of our coaches for putting a great plan together and just the kids to go out and execute it. It was tremendous.
From the get-go, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. You know, your plan from a coin toss and do you want the ball? A lot of coaches, I want to defer to the second half, and you talked about you want to set the tone and give me the ball, and I want to do it. And one play, 81-yard drive that goes for 12 seconds. And the longest part of it was just Noah pulling the trigger, giving Drayden time to get open and hit him in stride. And that set the tone early in this ball game against College Station. You saw a little deflation there on that sideline. And then maybe the best half of football I've witnessed from this Georgetown Eagle team all year in the last couple of years. Just complete game offensively and defensively. Yeah. A lot of players showing up and making big plays.
Yeah, it was. I mean, all the way around, it was a really good half of football, offensively, defensively, special teams. Just proud of our kids and what they were able to do, go out there and put a good half of football together.
And you expect a push like we received from College Station in the second half.
Yeah, sure.
They're a great team.
They're a good football team. They got great coaching staff, and knew they were going to come in and make halftime adjustments. And, we did not perform as well in the second half as we needed to. And, I don't want to make an excuse, but it kind of racking my brain trying to figure that out, later that night and the next day because we were really focused coming out of the locker room. Really what I think it maybe boils down to is those guys had not played a second half of football in over a month. So there's
true.
I mean, it really is, and there's some tired and fatigue and those kind of stuff that goes with that. So I think we had to do a little better job of getting refocused and learning how to finish games. So I think they had a good week of practice, and I think they'll be ready to do that this week.
And now we go to a Glen Grizzly team that's I think surprised a lot of people in the year they've had. A couple of tough weeks back-to-back here with two big losses the last 2 weeks in district play. But a team that is new into this second year of this modified slot team, but they run out of the shotgun formation. So another look for this defense to face off against this team this year that we've seen in different looks throughout the year.
Yeah, and they run some slot team. They're more under center than they were last year, but they're doing a good job with that. And so, it's a completely different ball game. Back to a different defense this week you'll see. And, our kids are going to have to adjust to a different style of football. And offensively, the big deal is we can't make mistakes because we're not going to get many touches. We're not going to get 12 possessions a game. We might only get 6. So we've got to make them count. And that's been the big message this week about making those things count and trying to cut out the procedural errors and those kind of things.
in a situation like this where we go against Glenn running an offense similar to Liberty Hill, and the defense it was a tough half, a great second half in that matchup with Liberty Hill. How do you keep the defense from getting discouraged and yet staying up for this game to respond and maybe answer the call for what happened in Liberty Hill and against A&M Consolidated?
Well, I think it's just a matter of what we've been preaching since then, is just play one play. And, what they do, they're going to get some first downs. They're going to stay on the field. Those things are going to happen, and we've just got to continue to play one play at a time. Whether you score a touchdown or you give up a touchdown, you got to play this play, and you got to win this play. So that's got to be our mindset going in. And I think they've done a good job of responding to that as the season has gone on.
We had some players that kind of stuck out against College Station in the last couple of weeks. We've talked to you about Brandon Stovall. Like he's eating some unreal diet because he comes out fired up and just with his hair on fire playing football the last couple of weeks. It's been something to watch. And then you get linebackers like Ian Lewis continuing another interception. But Landry Leggett, the way he flies to the ball, it's like this defense forgets what's happened in the past, and it's like a new week to go again. Is that credit to Coach Nicky? Is it credit to the whole coaching staff to keep them in that mindset that the focus is forward and to forget what we got behind us?
I think the focus goes to Coach Nicky and to the whole defensive staff of just keeping those guys, keeping their mindset where it needs to be on how to improve and how to get better, continue to figure out the defense and what they're doing. And, and just credit to those seniors of leading. We've got great leaders on this team. They're doing a tremendous job leading. And, there's a couple of them on that defense. And, Tyler Duncan and Ian Lewis and Jacob Faltasek and Thomas Scholes, they got really good leaders over there. They're doing a tremendous job.
You go to the offense side of the ball, and one thing we talked about when Tucker went out with the injury, he stepped up as almost a coach in support, seeing things, working with Noah to support Noah and to make him better and challenge him and to help this offense and things like that. You see that leadership in a player that, one, the game's been taken from him in an injury, but then with leaders like Drayton Dickman on the offense, with Noah coming in and doing a good job, but Andrew Petter, a lot of youth on the offensive side to lead the way. How key and important will that be going into next year, especially with those youth?
I mean, for next year, it's obviously important, but you've got other good leaders with Drayton and Broden, those guys leading, and a really senior-heavy offensive line. But having Noah and Andrew just learning to be players right now as juniors is really big. And then having our receiver step up and carry the load and take a big part of that has been really good.
Speaking of that load, Weston Bruce seems to be stepping up and making the most of his opportunities. A beautiful catch on the sideline the other night, and then he turns around from his defender, breaks it down the sideline for a touchdown. Seems like it just player after player taking the most of their opportunities given to them and making an impact for this team each and every week.
Yeah, and I'm really proud of Weston. He moved to Georgetown as a ninth grader and has just kind of been learning the ropes and had a tremendous offseason in track and got out there and ran and competed well on track and did some really good stuff on our JV and our varsity track team and just really grew up, doing that and it's shown this year in football. It's been a great improvement for him because you've seen him turn the corner a few times and go score. A couple of big kickoff returns, and that's just attributed to what he's been working and how he's been doing off season and playing really well and just growing up.
A lot of hype was made early in the week over the play that Noah made, throwing it to Weston in the back right corner of the end zone.
Yeah.
How important is that for these kids to start? You could see like they seem to start melding together and coming together, trusting Noah to make the pass, but yet he's got a patience back there that seems kind of just abnormal. He's willing to sit in the pocket, but there to direct traffic, save himself from a sack, and then make a throw like that for Weston Bruce.
Yeah, I think we got away with one right there. I think our knee hit the ground, but we got away with one, and that was big. And here's the deal. Good football teams do that kind of stuff. You play fast, and you don't realize those things that just happen, and sometimes you get away with it. And Manny did a great job of staying alive back there and putting the ball where it needed to be for Weston to get a catch.
Going to the defensive side, we talk about Weston stepping up, Andrew and Noah becoming players and focus on that before their senior year. And then flip to the defensive side. O.C. Presley seeing a lot more action right now. Seth Warren stepping up and becoming kind of that fourth linebacker that's out. And we seem to be calling his name more and more. Yeah. That youth on that side seems to be paying off and learning and growing under these seniors as they prepare to take the mantle next year.
Yeah, it's been really good. Like I said, we've got a great senior class, and they're doing a tremendous job leading. So it's a great opportunity for those guys to learn and win and continue to grow as young football players and give them an opportunity to lead in the future.
Any changes Well, another touchdown. Georgetown's going to tie this thing up.
That might be the winning touchdown right there.
I tell you what, they may go for 2 here. Let's see here. 27-26 now after that one. Beautiful run there from number 4. I'm sure you know all these names. Come on, Coach.
Yeah, that is, hold on, Guardiol. Yes.
You put him
me
under
on
pressure.
the spot.
But then you talk about this week. We go to face Glenn. Offensively, continue to do our thing and run this offense. Defensively, the pressure is the pressure on, if it's on one side of the ball, is it on the defense or is it on the offense on the limited number of possessions?
I think that's we don't really talk about that. It's a mindset of it's on all of them. It's on all of them to do the right thing and all of them to do what they're supposed to do. So those guys got to continue to, continue to grow up and continue to get better as a football team. And pressure is just, that's what everybody else feels. They just got to go out there and play. They got to execute.
Kelly Witt and I were talking at the beginning. Almost like it's people don't realize how fast this team is. How fast the weapons are on offense. Andrew Petter's a sneaky fast with his power. Drayton Dickman is just clearly a fast runner. Marquise Dominguez, the way he makes moves upon catching the ball. Weston Bruce doing the same thing. But then you talk about the defense speed. In Dylan Tyler Duncan and Brandon Stovall. The speed off the ends, these linebackers, the way they fly to the ball. How key is that for this defense, this offense, for the speed of the game?
Yeah, I mean that's always you got to be able to run. The running, tackling, throwing, and catching, blocking, those things haven't changed no matter what you're doing, offensively or defensively. You got to be able to do those kind of things. So really big to see that team speed and see those guys get out there. And, just proud of the way they've effort. You mentioned one of the linebackers and Noah Faltasek had 17 tackles the other night, and that's a guy just running to the football. That's why he's able to get in that many tackles.
And you just see that. It's just crazy. Each and every week, it's like different players.
I think I said Noah.
Noah's Joe.
Noah's his little brother, Jacob. Noah's out there playing right now. So
I met Noah.
It's Jacob Faltasek.
I met Noah at the baseball golf tournament on Sunday. And Jacob Faltasek. But it's fun to watch these players like Thomas Scholes having weeks like that, multiple tackles. You get your defensive line going at it, your linebackers, and it just spreads out, and these kids making plays week after week, and it's fun to see. A big game this Friday being a win guarantees a playoff spot. Is that not a discussion point on this team?
I mean, that is a discussion point. I mean, you got to talk about that and where you are and where you're staying. And while we've done some really good things, and we're a one-loss team, and a lot of times this point of the season, that's good enough to get you in. But it's not this year because of who we got left. So we got to go out and win and execute. This has been our target game all year. We knew that the idea was if we could beat Glenn, then we would be in. That's kind of the way we felt going into the season. So it's been a really big game for us all year. And not that the game itself is any more important. It's just a game we got to win to get in. So we've talked about that. That's kind of where we are, and we got to do a good job of going out and execute the game plan.
And a lot of big games actually left in this district. A&M Consolidated and College Station face off this Friday.
For sure.
I think it's A&M Consolidated plays Glenn next week. We play Cedar Park next week. So a lot of movement can happen in this district here in the next couple of weeks. We'll have the kind of the advantage point playing tomorrow night to be able to sit and watch what happens the rest of the district on Friday night. But tomorrow night we'll be at AC Bible Stadium over in Leander to take on the Glenn Grizzlies. 7 p.m. kickoff, just like normal. We'll be on the air at 6:15 here on SHN. Myself, Kelly Duvall, Dave England will be there. Come out and join us. Any theme on the road tomorrow night? Colors, or what are we doing?
I don't know I have no idea
just
what they're doing. We're just showing up, just wear blue.
And it's crazy. This crowd travels so well. The beautiful thing is this year, no game has really been that far away. Liberty Hill, I think, was the furthest we've had to travel. We'll be at Leander tomorrow night. Thursday night ball game, so don't miss it. Live at AC Bible Stadium. Go online, get your tickets, come out, and support these kids. I tell you what, they're having a great year. This coaching staff is doing a great job, and I think the credit has to go from the top to the bottom on this one. I think we talked to there were so many unknowns coming at the beginning of the year, and where do you go? A new quarterback at the helm in Tucker and new players on the offensive line. It's always a turnover there because of the seniors, and these kids continue to just show out each and every week. So join us tomorrow night, 6:15 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. We're going to take a timeout. We're going to let Coach get out of here and go watch some JV football. And we're going to visit with 2 players on the varsity team, one being Noah Boris and one being Brandon Stovall. I'm sitting there talking to his dad before this. I almost forgot Brandon Stovall. So we'll be right back on the Eagle Nation Coaching Show live here on SHN. We're back here live, the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, live at the high school, the campus here, Georgetown High School. JV Blue playing right now?
Yes, sir.
JV Blue's playing 28-27 here in quarter number 3, right at the end of quarter number 3. They just –
Or this is – I think
is
it's
it the fourth?
Yeah.
So maybe the end of the game. And so they came back. Nice run there, and then they got the 2-point conversion. Now on defense, trying to hold up here against Buda Johnson as they'll make the tackle inbounds, let the clock keep running. But now we're joined by number 12 on the roster, the junior quarterback, Noah Boris. And it's hard. We want to watch football. It's hard to focus on the camera. But Noah joins us tonight. Noah, you're in a position that it's been out there at different you talk about it from the professional ranks, and Cooper Rush got pushed into a starting role. And then Hudson Card in to a starting role. You come into your junior year as the backup on the Georgetown Eagle team. Tucker goes down with a broken collarbone, and it's your game. It's your game to go control and this offense to run. And you've come and you're the talk of the town. A lot of conversation. I don't know if you get to hear it or you get told about it. I'm going to tell you about it now. A lot of conversation on 104.9 The Horn, talking about players to watch, players that are playing to the next level that are doing a great job. And your name keeps coming up week after week, the performances you keep putting up. But it seems to be done so cool and so relaxed back there. What's it been like for you to get that shove into action in the Liberty Hill game and then taking over this team for the rest of the year right now as we go?
You know, it's been fun. You know, just being around all my teammates and stuff makes everything a lot easier. Just executing the offense the best I can and everybody around me. Yeah.
You step in as a junior. You've got weapons around you like Andrew Petter, Drayden Dickman, Marquise Dominguez, and then you have what Kelly likes to refer to as the line of buffet killers in front of you, and Broden Elliott and Gegelman and all those guys, Errett, that put a hedge of protection around you each and every week. And it seems like you've continued to just grow in this position. How much fun has it been to get that opportunity, but then make the most of it each and every game?
Yeah, it's really fun. You know, they make my life or my position a lot easier, and then make everything a lot easier to execute and be consistent.
What's it like having weapons like Drayden and Marquise and Weston Bruce out there on the outside, and then knowing the guy sitting right beside you back and forth, left and right, just has the ability to run the way he does? How much does that help you in making the calls and running this offense?
It's awesome. It's you know, it helps me and helps Coach Beatty, you know, make everything a lot easier for us.
Earlier in the year, first week or two, we were talking to Tucker after game 1 or 2. We talked about that, the trick play, and you threw the ball up. And Drayden went back and got it and took it in. It came out weird.
Yeah.
But your biggest cheerleader and the person that spoke the most about Noah Boris and his ability and why watch this guy was Tucker Griffin. How much has he helped through the injury of being around to help you see things and to grow as a quarterback to put you in a position like this to succeed?
Yeah, he's the best teammate ever. You know, he's always there for me. You know, if I got a question, he's there. You know, we watch film every day, and you know he's awesome. He's the best teammate. When
you go out there now, we move forward to Glenn. Well, we have to talk about College Station. You guys took on the number 3 in some polls, the number 4 ranked team in the state, and you guys, in my mind, played the best half of football that I've seen. It complete in offense and defense, and going up 35-3 on the number 3 team in the state. How much fun was that for you to step in knowing, hey, this is a big game, a big win for us, would help us in the march to the playoffs? And then you just seem to settle in, and the first play of the game is an 81-yard strike to Drayden Dickman, and things just continue to roll for you guys. How much fun was that?
It was fun, you know, just executing. Make sure we execute everything in practice, you know, just translates to the game. Makes everything so much fun when we're winning.
Now, the play where you ran about 15 yards and then threw the ball up to Weston Bruce in the corner of the end zone. Walk us through that play. What's that like in going through your head at that moment? It seemed like you were trying to direct traffic and get someone open, and then Weston comes to the rescue, makes a great catch on a great throw and a great play like that. How much fun was that, and what was going through your mind through that whole play?
Yeah, so my first reads weren't there, and then me and Weston always talk about what we would do if I scramble out and stuff like that. We always go over that, like every day we're just talking about it. You know, the corner was turned around, so I just threw it up to him there, and got to trust Weston.
Second half, College Station comes out swinging. You know they're going to do it as one of the top teams in the state. The defense responds, but the offense, every time y'all got a shot at it, you put the ball and took your job and put some points on the board to make sure that we came away with that victory. What was the difference in that first half and second half pressure-wise on you guys, feeling that pressure from College Station as they tried to come back?
Yeah, I mean, we had a good mindset coming out in the second half. We knew they were gonna change some things up, and we just had to adjust. You know, first couple of drives were rough. We had to come back and keep it going.
This week, you guys get ready for a Glen Grizzly team that a win puts you in the playoffs. It's a guaranteed playoff spot, but against a team that's going to run the ball a lot, and so it's going to limit the possessions for you guys on offense. Any change in the thought process in the preparation for you guys, or it's just execute when we have the opportunity and then get the defense a lead?
Yeah, we just gotta execute. We gotta be consistent. You know, just execute the best we can.
As this junior season has come about for you and gone a way that I don't think anyone comes into it expecting that you're going to end up taking over in week number 3 and playing most, if not the rest of the season as a starting quarterback. How does that help prepare you now as you will go into the offseason at the end of this year and you look at your senior season? How is that going to better prepare you to run this offense and be one of the team leaders?
You know, each game it helps more and more. I didn't really realize how much it would help me in the long run, but now that I'm thinking about it, it helps a lot.
Any shout-outs before I let you go?
Shout out Jaheim. Shout out Landry Leggett.
Noah Boris, number 12 on the roster, your quarterback here for the Georgetown Eagles. Take a quick time out on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. Be back with Brandon Stovall here in just a moment. Back here on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, live from Georgetown High School. The JV Blue, Silver?
Blue.
Blue is playing right now. The game's almost over. JV Silver warming up tomorrow night on the road. Georgetown Eagles at the Glen Grizzlies AC Bible Stadium. Another opportunity for this Georgetown Eagle team to make another statement on the year and an opportunity to guarantee themselves a chance in the playoffs. And no bigger kind of help along that way on the defensive line than this young man right here, number 35 on the roster, Brandon Stovall Hawkins. You'll see him as a different number on the baseball roster. One of the multiple two sports, and I'm going to call you a star because you have a gold medal in one sport. Now we're making the run and trying to get to a medal on a second for you. But Brandon Stovall Hawkins joins us tonight, one of the defensive ends who has been playing the last 2 games like your hair's on fire. And I say that in all lovingness as your cohort.
My brother? You're talking about my brother?
Your
yeah,
brother,
Tyler.
the beautiful locks here, Mr. Duncan.
Hey, I had beautiful locks too until I cut them.
I was going to say,
yeah.
I was kind of stumped tonight when you walked out with the hat on. I was like, wait a sec. The hair's gone.
Yeah, I had to cut it.
Kelly was so happy with it, and Kelly loved the locks, and all of a sudden it's gone. The last couple of games, and I can't remember what Kelly said. He asked Coach if you were eating like nails and something else. The way you are just going crazy here in the last couple of games, having a great senior year. How much fun is it? The last 2 weeks, it seems like you're at just another level of intensity and speed on the defensive side.
I mean, of course I love it. Senior year, coming out here, playing with my brothers. I mean, I've been playing with all these guys since we were kids. So, I mean, getting a chance to ball out, it's amazing. So, I mean, of course it's fun. The last 2 games, I just had a different mindset just coming out. I want to make playoffs, so I want to go far. I want to win another state. I want to put 2 rings on my hand.
Absolutely.
For 2 different sports. That's my mindset at this point.
This defense, I was talking to Noah about it. Kelly and I talked with Coach about it. This offense and defense played maybe the best half of football I've seen in my life of just complete game. Offensively, defensively. Defense would do their job, shut them down, get the ball back. The offense goes down and scores. The defense comes out, does their job. And we're talking on this defense, so many names come up this year. It's not a reliant on we had one offensive lineman, our defensive lineman doing a good job, a linebacker here or there, and a defensive back. We're talking about Jug and Michael Valenta in the middle clogging it up so you and Tyler Duncan can make havoc on the ends. And you talk about Landry Leggett and N. Lewis and Jacob Faltasek, throw Seth Warren in there. Name keeps popping up. Then you go to the defensive backfield. Now the last couple of weeks, O.C. Presley, Colin Casey's name keeps coming up. It's like this defense continues to fuel each other to become more and more as a team, and it doesn't matter who's on the field, they're going to make an impact. 100%. How much fun is that here in your senior year?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, believe it or not, it's awesome to see Jug make a sack. You get up, he gets all hyped with his little makeup on his face and all that weird stuff he does. And I mean, seeing Tyler, of course, seeing my brother make a tackle is, crazy. I mean, I know he's not my biological brother, but I mean, we do everything we do it together. And just when he makes a tackle or sack, we all hype each other up. I mean, everybody, and especially when Colin Casey, when he makes a play, we all get hyped. So it's amazing.
Colin's name came up several times, big plays against College Station the other night. I went back and watched the mixtape that came out today that was on Twitter, and O.C. Presley throwing a guy down to the ground on a tackle. Not a tackle. I mean, you can call it a tackle if you want. In the book, it's a tackle.
It wasn't a tackle.
It's like a body slam on the outside. It was beautiful. But it's like this passion and this fire keeps spreading on this defense, and it's like next man to make another big play to keep the fuel going for you guys. And so against a team like College Station, how big was that for you guys as a defense, confidence-wise? At this point in the year, you go through it. We had 2 tough losses back-to-back, Liberty Hill, A&M Consolidated. And then all of a sudden, everyone, College Station's going to be favored in this game, number 3 team in the state. It's going to be a tough game for Georgetown. Yeah, well, I don't think they were ready for Georgetown. You guys fueled it up and went crazy against a great team, and you give them a program that's just playing great football the last couple of years. What does that do confidence-wise for you guys now? We got 2 games left in the regular season. 1 more win puts you in a guaranteed playoff. How does that feel for you guys? Does the confidence keep growing for you guys? What's going on?
100% it keeps growing. I mean, every day, practice, it grows every day. I mean, we have the mindset to take somebody's head off. Our goal is to make somebody want to walk away crying. So, I mean, it's just our confidence is out the roof because we've had a defense that, Georgetown's not known for a defensive team. We haven't been for a while. Now the defense is putting our name on the map. So it's exciting.
The game against Glenn tomorrow night, it's going to be a lot of reminiscent to Liberty Hill. This modified, this type of wing T offense that they like to try to run. And it's a new program for them in the last couple of years with this new coaching staff. But it's going to be is it an opportunity for this defense to right a wrong, to feel like, hey, we're going to make a stand here and make a name for ourselves again after what happened with Liberty Hill and A&M Consolidated where the defense got punched around a little bit and had to respond. Good second halves to answer the first half. But is it an opportunity at the point that this defense has kept building to make a stand tomorrow night and make a difference and kind of quiet some of that murmuring?
Yeah, I mean, we trust Nicky. He's a great coach. He does everything for us, and we trust his game plan. We have for the last couple of weeks, and our defense has been on fire. So, I trust on what Nicky has to plan for us, and we've been working our asses off for this whole practice.
You seniors on this team, a lot of big names on this, but Jugs on the middle of the front line. You and Tyler Duncan, some of your linebackers, your defensive backs. What's it been the challenge for you guys as seniors for your younger players on this defense to set them up for success as they take over in this realm next year? You've got a sophomore like Seth Warren. You've got players, Leo Diaz as a junior, that played last year, that got pulled up and played. But what is it for you guys? You guys challenge yourselves to make sure you're building leaders on this team for next year to continue this program?
Yeah, 100%. We come out every day, and we try to put it in their head. You got to come out in a mentality to hurt somebody. This defense is not soft. You got to come to play. This isn't a soft sport. We're tough. That's how you have to play it. We just drill that into their head.
And now, talking that, and now flip it over for you. Let's flip it to the baseball side. You're going to go to your senior season, and we'd love to highlight you guys and what you guys are doing. Not much anymore do you see 5A and 6A schools have dual sports stars. You and Jacob Faltasek both on the varsity team this year, making a huge difference. Noah Boris in the program, Luke Hawley in the program. You're going to come back for your senior season. A lot of seniors left that baseball team, just like a lot of seniors left this football team last year. You guys have stepped up. You've committed to Ottawa University. Excitement, we were talking to your dad before, and man, it's just so fun to see you guys going to that next level. How much is that excitement for a senior year? This thing's going to be full for you from the get-go to the last.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully till the second weekend of June again. That we're going to be busy with this stuff. But what's the outlook for you there? Football is such a great. Is it? Hey, baseball's back burner right now, but that's the future for you after Georgetown.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm excited. I mean, football, like, I'm not really worried about baseball right now. I have no thoughts about it. I committed because I went in, thought it was a good school, got that over with. Now I can focus on football. And that's all I want to focus on. I want to play for this team, and that's all I'm worried about. Baseball will come, and I'll be focused when that comes.
As baseball ended in June, you guys surrounded with medals, you get your rings. How does that transfer you to leadership here on this football team about setting a mentality, a championship mentality, to push this program to the next level and to be the leaders that can kind of spearhead that?
I mean, it's the brotherhood that we had in the baseball program. I mean, the brotherhood here is trying to take that and bring it here, that brotherhood we have. And like now our team plays better because we all hang out with each other. We all go to each other's houses. It's that brotherhood like baseball. So, I mean, there's no leadership. There's not one person on this team that stands over everybody. It's a family. We're all brothers. We're all together. We have to work together.
You guys get ready for Glenn tomorrow night, a Thursday night, and then an opportunity to watch things happen on Friday night to see how this district unfolds. How excited are you guys for this week to get it in and get it out, knowing Cedar Park comes here next week?
Excited. I mean, I've been thinking about Cedar Park since last year. I ain't even going to lie. Like, Cedar Park, after we lost last year, that hurt me. I've never lost Cedar Park until last year. I beat them on both levels my sophomore and freshman year. Losing that game, that made me like, Cedar Park is the game I'm going to go off in. That's the game we're going to win, and we're going to set this is where we're going to set it right here. Cedar Park isn't going to be the top dogs anymore.
The nice thing is this Georgetown team has the chance to eliminate Cedar Park, to put a hurting on their chances to come out, go win tomorrow night, but then go and beat them on Friday night in our hometown on November the 4th. And so it's fun to watch that because Kelly and I have been waiting because we're tired of hearing about Cedar Park and their dominance, but we love watching the way this defense continues to respond and fight back and prepare. Shout-outs before I let you go.
100% Ryan Paul. Shout out Ryan Paul. And then shout out our new calling. We have a new saying in our defensive line, the WAP. Now, I can't say what it means because that's between the D line.
That's good because we are live.
Well, it doesn't mean anything bad,
okay.
but it's just WAP. I mean, we come out WAP. That's it.
You guys got leadership on that line with Jug and Valenta in the middle and you and Tyler Duncan on the ends. Do you guys – I forgot to ask you this. I wanted to – before I let you go, do you guys challenge each other? Do you guys have this, hey, at the end of the night, hey, I had more tackles. You need to step up next week?
100%.
What's the fuel there when you guys?
Especially me and Joe. Me and Joe, every day we'll get in the truck after the game. I'll take him to water. We'll go hang out. And I swear every day it's like, who had more tackles? I had more tackles. Who had more sacks? No, I had more sacks. Are we going to do this next week? Hell yeah, we are. So same with Tyler. Tyler, I come out and practice. I'm like, Tyler, you didn't play that good last game. But he really did. I mean, obviously, we all play really good, and I just push. It's that push. We push everybody. That's why our D-line is the best D-line. In my opinion, we have the best defensive line in our district, without a doubt.
And tomorrow night, you have a chance to show that off on the road. AC Bible, 7 o'clock kickoff on the road, last road game of the regular season before coming home to finish things on the 4th. Thanks to Brandon Stovall for joining us tonight. Quick timeout. And then we got a little bit of MLS trivia again for the guys. We'll be right back on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. All right, we're back here live, Georgetown High School. It's trivia time. For some reason, they picked soccer again, MLS soccer. And I tried to make this as easy as possible. If you watch,
it's not easy.
I know, I tried.
Not easy.
All right, so Coach Griffin's off camera. He is going to give us the questions. I got the offense here. I got the defense here. And where are we sitting on defense leads right now? No, offense does. Offense leads. So this is a key week because we got next week. Live back at the Golden Rule next Wednesday night, 6 o'clock, 6:06, South Church Street. Our sponsors, the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. We got to make sure we shout them out. They make things happen for this team. So, Coach Griffin, question number 1.
What is the name of the MLS soccer team in Houston?
I want to say it's the Houston Dynamo.
Bam, correct.
I'm going to give you credit.
That might be the only point needed. All right. Austin FC just won their second MLS playoff game on Sunday. What team did they beat? Nope. No help.
The funny thing is this question was –
I think we asked this question last week.
It was a different question, but their name was one of the answers.
LA Galaxy.
Nope.
You want a shot?
Dallas FC.
FC Dallas.
FC
That's correct.
Dallas, but
Yes.
tied up.
Hey, the fact that they got that, and I'll give it to them. That's good. All right, question 3.
There are 2 teams in MLS that are in New York City. Name one of the 2 teams.
FC New York.
Actually, it's right.
Yep.
It's NYFC.
There you
Can you name the other one? No one will name it, but a lot of you probably drink their drink.
Oh, you said drink the drink?
Yeah.
Manhattan FC?
No, it's
Nope.
New York Red Bulls.
They-
I actually thought they would get that one, but that's a good guess, NYFC, because it is NYCFC.
All right.
Question 4.
Who is the only player in Austin FC history to score a hat trick for Austin FC?
3 goals in 1 game.
Jeffrey Dallas.
No.
I never heard of him either.
Nope. Never heard of him.
I'm a season ticket holder, and he's not on the roster, just so y'all know.
Speed.
Nope.
Hey, hold on. Let's see if Coach – I told Coach his
I'm
name.
not sure if I can say it, but it is Musa Djite.
Musa Jite. And the funny thing is, just a little fact, he came in and scored a hat trick in the last 20 minutes of a game to win the game for Austin FC. So I have season tickets. I watch soccer.
All right.
I was glad when y'all picked this because I knew y'all wouldn't know it very well.
Austin FC's leading scorer this year is who?
Last guy.
No.
No.
The number 1 guy on the leading scorer list.
No.
Is
Sebastian Druisi.
Yes. That guy. So who won tonight?
2-1.
Offense wins it again. So I tried to make it easy.
Raise your hand faster.
So
All right. What is the subject next week?
that's right. One last week. You can do
Any
any professional sport,
Or college?
not MLS. We're out of MLS questions.
Cricket.
Y'all can pick it. NCAA football.
All right.
And
College
hey,
football.
just so you know, so you can prepare, it will be Division I only. So we'll take a quick time out. We'll come back. We'll do the Eagle Football Booster Club update, and we'll sign off. You're listening to the Eagle Nation Coaches Show live here on SHN. Back here on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show live from Georgetown High School, JV Silver about to take off. All right, already taken off. They're already up 6-0 over. They are playing Glenn High School. The other
right.
JV Blue played Buda Johnson.
Correct.
In a tough loss there, but we're live here tonight because tomorrow night we'll be on the road, AC Bible Stadium, to take on the Glenn Grizzlies, an opportunity for this Georgetown Eagle team to sew up a district playoff, a playoff spot. And, man, I tell you what, we can talk football now. This is Jimmy Warren joins me. His son, Seth Warren, has become a household name at linebacker as a sophomore. Kelly and I have talked about it the last few weeks. It's just been fun to watch. It's like at first it was Faltasek, Lewis, and Leggett. And then Warren came in to click. And now it's like Faltasek, Leggett, in Lewis, Seth Warren. The linebacking crew has just gone crazy. So fun to watch, knowing that that your son, the sophomore, is getting a lot of playing time and an opportunity to be a big leader on this defense next year. But this defense, what a performance last week to come out and punch the number 3 team in the state the way they did, and then take their counter punch in the second half and come out with a big victory. And it was just fun to be a part of. I can't imagine, as a parent, what that was like sitting through, because it was crazy up in our booth.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, I mean, that half of football, we could handle anybody in the state.
I think it may be the best complete football half I've ever seen by, the Georgetown team ever, but any team to put that collective. The defense did their job to get the ball back to the offense put it into the end zone.
Every time.
And it just complemented. The speed was there, the aggressiveness, the intensity. It was just fun to watch. I can only imagine as a parent sitting there thinking, man, there's going to be a battle, and then be like, it's 35-3 at half?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what in the world?
It was great.
The Booster Club this week, we're going to be on the road. What kind of tailgate you guys got going on? Are we going to meet up, have some dinner?
We're going to meet up starting at 4:30, Hardin and
good place.
Yeah, Hardin and Del Rey. Hardin, Del Rey off 183.
Yes.
So we're going to meet up there starting around 4:30. And, it's 4:30 to 5:30. You can kind of come and go. Come on in. They'll have plenty of space for us. So
I keep forgetting to do this when Kelly leaves.
What's that?
No, we're better. I switch it back to the video.
Oh, gotcha.
We keep this. It just makes.
I thought she was pointing at me like I need to start looking at the camera. I'm like, what? Sorry.
We probably do, but it's so hard when you got football behind you. A beautiful night like this. The weather's been great. The Booster Club continues. Last week we got to talk to Delita Casey, another board member, and you guys just continue to do great work for this program. The last week I was getting to it with Brandon Stovall, talking about the hype of getting to talk and get prepared to try to get some revenge on the Cedar Park program that's been a top program for years and years, and this Georgetown team wanting to make a statement. Next week's the last home game for the regular season. Another opportunity to tailgate. It's been fun for me to watch the people coming out and supporting this team and being a part of this tailgate. You guys continue to do this each and every week. Mr. Stovall does a great job of we getting community involvement. That's been awesome this week. The barbecue was wonderful last week. How key is it to keep parents getting involved with this, to keep this going?
It's huge. I mean, it's all for the boys. Keeping everything going, getting food out here, getting people to volunteer. We need help with concession stands on Thursday. Well, usually Thursday nights. Tonight's Wednesday night. We moved up a date. Help with merchandise sales. So we've got some spots for volunteers. If you want to come out and help, you're welcome to. And
it's important to get involved early. And I'm telling you, you don't have to be a parent. Kelly Duvall, Dave England, myself, no kids in school here. Dave has one daughter in 8th grade at one of the middle schools here in Georgetown. My kids went to Hutto and Gateway. I love being a part of this community and this program. It is just it brings you in, and the opportunity to be involved and come to the meetings and get involved. And so it's important, one, especially as a football parent, to get involved early as a freshman and sophomore parent, because then the fruits of your labor come on Friday night when you're watching and other parents are fulfilling those roles to make it easy for you to enjoy your son and this team and this program continue to grow. Next week will be another tailgate here live.
Yeah, we'll have a tailgate here. I think South Star Bank's going to be donating the tailgate for that.
Awesome.
And, we're doing burgers and hot dogs for next week. So.
Someone going to be cooking those? I'm looking
at
the –
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Star Bank's going to cook
So the bank's going to provide it all. That's awesome. I tell you what, that's all. And I'm sure that makes it a lot easier. The one thing, though, I think we have to say, though, is don't take your time getting out here. That food goes because people are getting here. It starts at 5 o'clock, an opportunity to make a donation. So this Booster Club, it continues to just funnel all this money to this program to allow Coach Griffin and the coaching staff to have the best of the best. It is fun to watch from baseball. I've said this from baseball and the experience last year in the playoffs, to watch these other schools that are 5A schools come in and then just stare at the baseball complex in the dugouts and going, we have a small barn, and it's beautiful. And you look at this stadium that we get to play in, the press box. I'm spoiled. I don't like going on the road because we get spoiled here. But what this school district and this program and this booster club gives to these students, the locker rooms, the upgrades to them, the beautiful lights in there to make it's a place to be. And you talk to these players, and it's about family, and it builds that camaraderie. And they know they're taken care of, and they know that. And so it's important to continue to be a part of that. Come out. But don't waste time. We came down, I think our crew came down and got two of the last 3 sandwiches at barbecue the other night. Yeah. People walked up after us kind of like, and Mr. Stovall was like, well, I got chips and some onions and pickles.
Maybe a few cookies.
Yeah, and there was a few cookies left. But it's an opportunity to come out to build this camaraderie amongst the parents and the fans, but to then watch these students walk through, this football team walk through is just so fun. And so we try to get here early and set up to get down and enjoy that with the fans and the parents and to be a part of this, because we just eat this up each and every week. We love being a part of this. And so come out early. Don't tarry. It is the food goes because the fan base continues to grow, which is beautiful to see. And this team is putting on a show each and every week.
Oh, they are. It's fantastic watching these boys, watching the coaching staff. It's great.
And it's funny to sit here and watch Coach Griffin on a Wednesday night yelling at the umpire, the back umpire.
Oh, yeah. He's getting after it.
Yeah. He's like, I'm probably harder on Thursday nights than I am on Fridays.
He dropped the headsets earlier and went straight to the sideline.
I'm out. I got to go coach. Yeah. Coach, take it off. You got tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. But be a part of this booster club. I know coming up, man, it's going to be a banquet in January. Yep. And that's going to be a big ordeal. Every booster club meeting, I hear Miss Casey, we need to make sure we're still planning for this and getting those volunteers, getting the set up to make sure we highlight these boys and all their efforts this year. But, hey, this program's in the right direction. Coach Griffin and his team are doing a great job, and these boys are just showing out each and every week. It's fun to watch and fun to be a part of. Tomorrow night, come out to AC Bible. There's nothing to do on a Thursday night but go to watch football. And then Friday night, you can enjoy a date night with your wife. We'll be packing, getting ready to move for the weekend. And so we're looking forward to a Thursday night game. I'm not really. I don't want to pack. I'm not going to lie. But it's an opportunity to come out and watch these boys show out tomorrow night. AC Bible, a big game against the Glen Grizzlies. One that a win guarantees a playoff spot, and a lot of these kids want to get that out from underneath them. They don't want to have to worry about that in the last week.
Yeah, they need to focus on this week. Focus on, especially that kind of offense. It's tough, you know.
An opportunity for this defense to, I was talking to Brandon Stovall to right the wrong. In where they felt like they just got punched in the head in the face by Liberty Hill and got ran over. An opportunity for this defense to sure things up. They've been playing great the last few games, a great display against the College Station team last week here at home, and an opportunity for them to just kind of be like, all right, we got our job done. And so it's going to be fun to watch them tomorrow night as they take on this different slot T offense that Glenn has brought about in the last 2 years. Come out and join us. To you guys, I asked Coach, he didn't know. He just said wear blue and be loud. Any special night tomorrow night? I know last week was pink out, and 1 week was white out and blue out, and a lot of different color outs.
I don't know.
Tomorrow night,
I think it's just wear Georgetown Eagles stuff.
Wear Georgetown Eagles stuff. Come out and watch a wonderful football game at AC Bible here as the Eagles go for the playoffs, assured playoff spot before the final week. And what a district this is. I tell you what, five solid teams fighting for a playoff position, and Georgetown Eagles in a great spot here to lock up even one of the top 2 spots. Depending on how the rest of it shakes out. Jimmy Warren joins us tonight for the Booster Club. Thanks for being with us live here at Georgetown High School. JV Silver. I keep forgetting it.
Silver. That's all right, JV Silver.
JV Silver wearing blue. That's what throws me off. JV Silver, 7-0 over the Glen Grizzlies right now here in quarter number 1. Come enjoy them tonight. I'm trying to face the camera. I'm watching football. I'm sorry. My wife, our producer, just keeps griping at me. I'm sorry. Yeah. But an opportunity to come out and watch these boys tonight, but on the road tomorrow night. AC Bible, 7 o'clock is the kickoff. 6:15 we'll be live on the air. But come enjoy a tailgate at Harding Del Rey. 4:30 to 5 o'clock. Enjoy a meal amongst other fans, and then head to the stadium to cheer these boys on. Thanks for joining us tonight. Eagle Fight never dies each and every week. It's fun to be a part of. And remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind. Have a good night, everyone.